Hello. Yeah, Monday vlog. Woo! This seems to have become a pattern. And I really cannot be fucked doing housework and then going into work tonight because housework and then work's woo. Yeah, I've made a little list of shit to talk about, and yes, it's on the back of the receipt thing. Yes, it is the 28th for me today. Woo! So that means 3 days until NaNoWriMo 2013. I'm kind of scared. I'm shitting myself. I'm absolutely terrified because I'm not too sure I've got a very good, this idea is not as exciting-y and action-y as last year's idea was, and yeah, it's basically, in the forum game, we have, in our regional forums, we have this game going, it's like, make your novel sound as bad as possible in one sentence, and one basically is that bad. It's, a person goes looking for missing people. Not terribly exciting. And people, like, at work and stuff ask me what I'm writing this year. It's basically, traumatized dragon goes looking for missing people in hostile territory. I mean, it's nowhere near as easy to say or as interesting sounding as last year, which was basically dragons, interspecies warfare, and attempted genocide. It's traumatized dragon looking for missing people in hostile territory. Nowhere near as exciting, but we'll see what happens. I said that to Chatterbox yesterday because she's doing light duties. She can't even do fucking light duties properly. I don't know why they've told her she has to come in. The doctor's got her off. She's got, like, one arm is completely immobilized from, like, the elbow down. The whole, like, thumb restraint, like, solid plastic restraint on her arm to stop her from using it and exacerbating the RSI. I mean, shit, if it keeps up, she's going to need carpal tunnel surgery. We're going to check with her and check out. She needs carpal tunnel surgery on both arms. And she has to work with, like, plastic braces, like, wrist support, stops her turning and flopping her wrist, and thumb support, ditto, on checkouts. And then she's Chatterbox with her other arm strapped in it. It's molded. This one's one on the other arm's molded to it. It's just a wrist support, thumb support thing. So that she can't, like, one of the light duties is facing, just pulling stock to front shelves the whole supermarket. She can't do that for more than 5 minutes. So they've got her just putting stuff on shelves, and she can only do that with one arm extremely slowly. Yeah, I told her, yesterday, 4 days, told Chatterbox yesterday, 4 days till Nano, and she was all excited. But she goes, and I was like, I'm really worried that this story is going to be absolute shite, but I won't be able to improve it until you can't edit a blank page. I can't improve it until it's been written. So, fuck. This is going to be, well, not exactly. It's not going to be interesting, insert Firefly definition here, but it's going to be an event. It's going to be an event. Yep. And speaking of improving things, Awesome Boss's husband is still working on, like, I basically did like a hard rewrite edit, or hard edit rewrite, I language good today. I basically did a full edit of last year's one and gave it to him, which is what he wanted me to do, and he's going through it, and he said as of yesterday he's halfway through, not halfway through, page 60, I can't remember how many pages. And he said, he's basically, like, shuffling heaps of shit around, removing a lot of repetition. He's like, you like to tell us, like, which kind of dragon is speaking all the time. I was like, yeah, that was part of the word padding, and I still haven't removed it all, because I was in a bit of a hurry by the time I got that far in. And he's like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, he's like, I'm sort of, half of me is going, my poor baby, how dare you do this to my child, basically. It's like, you're really protective of your little babu. And it's like, it was my little hunchback child I wanted to keep locked up in Notre Dame so I could make fun of it. And now it's like, I put a lot more work into it than I originally had, and I'm a bit more protective of it. But it's like, dude, seriously, I can't. It's like, the half of me is like really protective, and the other half is like, it needs a lot of fucking work. Be realistic. You never handed. You don't, like, you don't just pound out an essay in 5 minutes and hand it in. This is the same thing, you know, you go back over your footnote, you edit, you make sure everything's capitalized properly, your grammar is thing, that your argument flows. This is what's being done, and it's being done by someone who's less predictive of it than you, someone who is more willing to go, we need to take this bit here and put it over here and stick the foot up on the head and take the ears and put them on the knee and then shuffle all this around and then, you know, give it a good coat of paint. It's like, yeah. So that's a rather uncomfortable position to be in. And I said to Chatterbox that he's doing a whole bunch of shit to it and I'm really worried. He's like, oh, this means I have to reread it. I have to read it all over again. Yes! And I'm sitting there going, fucking mad! You're a mad woman! Oh well. Yep, she's bonkers, but hey, I love her for the bonkersness. Yes. So that's happening, and he's going to give it back to me, and he's going to do this. I'm going to go back through and reread it all over again, and blah 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 blah. It's like, yes, next month I'm totally going to have time to reread it, because yes, I'm going to be writing next year's Nano, and the 30 headshots in 30 days thing that I posted about a couple of days ago. I actually went and made some like banners for it. I went and made some banners for it and actually created a thread in the art forums on Pony Island for it. So I can't check it out, and there's already, I did not anticipate the initial level of interest. Yeah, I've already had a couple, like 5 people have going, oh, I'm going to stalk this, and some are like, oh, I really like your pictures, I'm trying to stalk this, and I'm like, ah! Crap! Yes, there is some serious accountability there. I actually have to practice and work on my digital art skills as well. I've worked the cat out, so she's looking into chair. Hey, Putin's gonna come say hi? No. You don't get Drellian greetings today. She's asleep. It's funny, she come in the middle of the night and just like she's being, like, basically this, I don't know how people survive with more than one, how people sleep with more than one cat, because on nights that I work, Miles quite kind, he's completely insane, this guy. He decided that on nights that I work, because his snoring and stuff keeps me, like, wakes me up and keeps me awake, and even through sleeping, it's insane, this guy's snoring is completely mental. It's hilarious when he talks to us in his sleep, but it's kind of scary when he laughs in his sleep. I woke up one night to hear him like laughing in his sleep. I'm like, what's so funny? Wait, what? What's the joke? He wouldn't fucking tell me. I was more angry about him not telling me what was so goddamn funny in his dream than him waking me up. He's decided that on nights that I have work the next day, he's decided, like, he's made himself up a nest in the spare room and he sleeps in there so that he doesn't wake me up in the middle of the night. And I'm just like, no. So on nights that I have work the next day, I get the bed to myself, basically. And, well, not really to myself. I get like a narrow human-sized strip contorted into weird shapes, and the cat gets the rest of the fucking bed. I shit you not. It's like, she'll park her ass right in the middle of the fucking bed, and I'm like stuck like, meh, or like, meh. I mean, it's a fucking queen-size bed, and the cat. If you've got more than one cat, how is it even possible to get asleep and like not wake up and move around the cat? It's because then, you know, you wake up, you move around the cat gets up, goes, hi, purr, 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 pet me, I love you. It's like, oh, just sleep, kitty. But purring puts me to sleep from Ink. Ink has basically trained me to, like, fall asleep cat purring. You know, like, I'd be, like, sleepy, and he'd like, put his little face in my, like, curl up in my, when he was really curl up in my hair and put his little face in my ear and go, purr, 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 drool, purr, purr, sleep. I was like, oh, my kitten. And then when he got a bit bigger, he put his head on my ear, he'd like curl up my hair and I'd put his head on my ear and purr, 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 hi mum, kneading my hair, purr, I love you mum. And then when he got even bigger, it's like he'd use my neck as a pillow, he'd like curl up behind me and like use my neck as a pillow and like purr and put his nose up to my ear and purr. So, oh my god. So yeah. Anyway, so I don't think I'm going to get, I was a bit worried about the start of NaNoWriMo because I had gotten, there was cover for every single one of my shifts except my shifts on the 2nd and 3rd. And last night, Jerry is in Australia with her husband for a bit, Chatterbox is on light duties. She should be off. Oh, that's so sorry. They've rearranged the cabinet layout and my cat's just fucking murdering me. My next massage is on the 6th, but I can survive till then. I've worked out how to give myself a DIY trap squish by sticking a hand on the shoulder, like just basically like angling it. But it only works if the thing weighs over like 8 kilos, so it's just a real pain in the ass. Anyway, Neptune is, he's on casual roster until next week. So all this week he's doing jury shifts. So it looks like he's going to be closing galley by himself all this week. But we had to borrow one of our occasional galley slaves from checkouts last night, and he came over, and I was like, I asked him if he could possibly work the Sunday for me, because he used to do nano, like he basically stopped doing nano the year I started, because he's at uni now, and he's like, yeah, no, fuck it, I can't, you know, and the whole, like, he can't turn off his editor. He tried, you know, he can't, but he's just completely, like, psychologically incapable of writing 50,000 words of bullshit. He has to make it decent while he's writing it. I'm like, fair enough, I understand. I only really learned how to do that last year. On my third nano, it took me 3 years to work out how to just resign myself to writing shit. But I asked him if he could possibly work the Sunday or even half of the Sunday for me, because I was just terrified of getting 2 days behind. That's that early. I mean, 1,667 was a day. 2 days. I still am not very good with math. Yeah, getting 3,334 words behind by day 3. I was just like, nah. Nope. Because then I would have to write that plus the next 1,000 odd, 1,600 odd the next day, and then I'd not be able to probably write on the 5th because that's my birthday, and people will force me to do social shit probably. God, I haven't gotten a call from Mum about the obligatory family dinner. Hopefully with Rocket Brother in Wellington. She won't want to do anything this year, but that didn't really stop her. No. Last year we still did it anyway because that was before my youngest brother went over to Aussie. Bollocks. Maybe get out of it, I don't know. I need to get in touch with her to get a head from, or I could get some of my old workmates to do it, because she was also did hairdresser training. I haven't seen her since she fucking quit work as well. It's like, hey, bitch, can I get you to cut my hair or bribe you with coffee and homemade jam and shit? Please? She's my waifu. It's hilarious. She's my waifu. Well, she was my waifu when we worked together. But I don't know. Yeah. So I was just fucking way back to the beginning of when I got off track. I asked this bloke if he could work Sunday for me. He said he could work some of it. He wanted to go because he wanted to go to church in the morning. I'm like, yeah, no, fair enough. So he's going to work 2 till 7 for me. So I'll be working my normal, so day 8 till 4. And then I'll be doing 10 till 2 or 10:30 till 2 on Sunday, and then I can just come home and go bananas with the word typing. Boy. Let's prepare for the fun, shall we? Yeah! So yes, I'll have NaNoWriMo and 30 headshots in 30 days running at the same time. That's based on the 30 covers in 30 days thing that's running the forum. I don't really have a synopsis or anything, so I don't think I'm going to enter myself for 30 covers in 30 days. I might do one year when I'm better planned and I've got a better outline. I kind of wanted to last year because I had a rough outline, but I don't know. They don't seem to pick much in the fantasy genre. Or at least they didn't the last 2 years or so. Yes, I'm just looking at my list of stuff. Oh yeah, today's a public holiday. If it hadn't been a public holiday, it was quiet yesterday because it was a public holiday, like a long weekend type thing, so yeah, it was nice and quiet, but it hadn't been that quiet. But yeah, Awesome Boss Sports, lollies, because we fucking needed them. And I watched her on Saturday. Saturday she worked 6 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, from 6 o'clock in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. She only took 2 breaks. So she was sitting there sucking on lollies because of her diabetes. She was sitting there sucking on lollies occasionally to keep her blood sugar up because she wasn't taking her breaks and getting any food. And I'm just like, you are going to fucking kill yourself. And yeah, yesterday she bought, there was still leftover lollies from Saturday, and she bought us each a muffin because it was just her and me on until someone started at like 4. So we each got, like, she bought me those gigantic, like, she bought a 2-pack of gigantic chocolate chip muffins. It was so good. It was really rich, and by the time I got back from my break, I was kind of regretting it because my stomach was going, huh? Nope, too much chocolate. Huh? And I'm sitting there going, fuck you, you're keeping the fucking muffin, shut up, I don't care about the reflux. So there you go. Okay. And I bought cold drinks later on the day because it was really warm in the morning, but we've got this fucking, we've got the arse end of a front going over us now. It was this big long nasty front. Last night brought snow down to like 300 meters, but we didn't see any of it here. We went a bit further inland from us. It was still really warm in the store, so I bought us cold drinks, and then Neptune bought chocolate bars, so it's like, yay, the Sunday crew. Yeah, today will be public holiday rates, and I will get a loo day, which is basically, if you work a public holiday, you get paid time and a half, and you get a loo day, a day in lieu, L-I-E-U, not L-O-O. I'm not going to be willingly spending a day in the fucking toilet. Ugh. Not pleasant. Thank you, I've done it before, do not want to again. So I can take that as a holiday. That's an alternate holiday that you can take whenever you want, basically. It's like you have more rights with that than you do with your annual leave. Your annual leave, you can only take it after it's matured at the end of, like, after it's been sitting there for a year, but with a public holiday you can take it, like, the next week or within a couple, like, basically, you can take it whenever. I used to use them to I used to use them if I had an exam on a Monday or a Saturday. I would go, okay, I'm going to use my loo day, that sort of thing. But yep, I'm sitting there basically today. I'll be like, close my eyes, think of Euro Disney. Just close your eyes and think of England, basically. But yep, because the holiday hours, this loo day and the holiday hours I don't get to take because I'm working on Saturday and Sunday. Put forward till next year for when I go to the UK and still living podcast. Yes, and last thing on my list is the shawl I said I was knitting myself. Because yeah, I haven't made myself anything in a while, and the socks are driving me insane. I like cable behind, I hate cable forward. I don't know why, I just can't stand it, especially when I'm knitting socks. So yes, I've learned new knitting things, woo! But yes, this is hand spun I bought when I went to Port Chalmers with Miles like last year or the year before. I got 4 skeins, 2 in this colour and 2 in like it looks like amethyst and greenstone kind of colours. Greenstone from NaNoWriMo, New Zealand jade, Necro jade. I really just nice greenstone. Yeah, this is like, when I said rosy colours, like a rosy colour, I mean it's like got like this leafy green, here, and this rich reddy kind of rose pink, and then this paler version of the same colour. So this is actually coming up a lot darker on the camera than it actually is IRL. So I got 2 skeins of this, and I rolled one, hand rolled one, and massive balls. Oh my god! I have to take a photo of the other one when I roll it into a ball. Yes, my lovely centre marker. I'm just doing a basic stocking stitch thing because I cannot be fucked doing the yarn over rows. I'm getting enough fancy shit with the fucking socks at the moment. So yeah, this is what it's ending up like. And I'm not entirely like, when I block it, it'll go up. Not so far. It's not like how it's coming out. This is just a basic stocking stitch shawl. Yeah, no idea what it's going to be like when it's finished, or if it's even going to be big enough. Like, I just want something to like wrap around myself. Yeah, but it's squishy and soft and woof. It's different. Yeah, it is hand spun, very uneven and weird. But oh, it's so soft and squishy, and it looks like there's even a bit of sparkle in it when I get to the big wide poofy bits. It's either sparkle or tinsel. I'm not quite sure. There was no labels on it when I bought it. There's no labels on the box. No fucking clue. from a thick fin, I would assume it's a hand spun, but I'm trying to find a section that shows you the thick fin in the knit. Is it better? Probably up here, along the side. Yeah, along the top. Oh, damn it! Oi! These fucking hedges. Yeah, you can see it along there, thick fin on the border there. But it's definitely not like anything I've spun or would spin, because mine's like really, really tight and thin and weird, and this is like thick and fluffy and squishy and also short. Because I'm knitting it on 5 or 5.5 mil circular. Basically, a circular needle can basically be used as like one big massive long needle for knitting. Big massive long things like this, because I'm going to have a fuck ton of, there's like one row curves like, yeah. That can be fun. It's quite fun though. I'm sitting here rewatching Game of Thrones. Still got it. Borrowed it off Dad like months ago. Still borrowing it. Just gonna rewatch it and then give it watch it through one more time and then give it back to him. I think some of my rewards to myself will be getting myself copies of the books, because I fucking need them on the shelf. I fucking need them. It's a good lesson in, you know, killing your characters and torturing them in meaningful ways. Yeah, like, they're all people. Yeah, weather is still nasty. It's cold outside. I've actually got the heat pump on for the first time in, like, ages, because it was fucking cold last night. I got home and all my hands were numb. I was like, I'm turning it on because it's nasty out there. It's going to snow. Yeah. Oh, and the Scottish play is finished, and Miles is slowly shaving off his beard. Lots of Richard's selfies on Facebook. Oh my god, this morning was hideous. It was the last stage, and it's literally the same fucking 80s throwback mo my dad wore for at least 20 years. It's big, chunky, nyeh, and then with it nyeh down there, except Dad's was more pointy, and Miles was like nyeh, but it's like this. It's fucking foul. He looks like he should be on Hot Fuzz, and today they're having a street day up Northeast Valley, like the community group has organised some kind of festival thing for the day, and oh my god, he's going, and he looks fucking awful. It's like his brown, he wears ladies' pants sometimes because they're more stylish than the guys, and the guys just don't get any selection at all. And it's the only way he can get ones that are wide enough to top and long enough to leg. Oh god, it's just, oh god, he looks appalling. He looks like he's come straight out of the 80s. Or like the late 80s, early 90s. I'm just like, oh dear god. Worst possible things from my childhood is that look. Ugh. On the bright side, at least it's not Ginger. If it was Ginger, I would be just sitting there crying. So I refuse to kiss him this morning. Like, no, you look like Dad! No! Ah! Ugh, awful. Oh shit, okay, it's 20 past 12. I've got work in like 2 hours and 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go. I'll upload this tonight after work. I'm gonna go and fuck around some more and hopefully do a bit more nano prep. Like that's going to fucking happen. I'm just gonna screw around and try not to freak the fuck out of the thought of work tonight. Jeez. Yeah, oh yeah, and the dishwasher's broken. That means the ridiculous amount of dishes that comes from working in a deli. All the bowls for all the stock and all the bowls for all the products in the cabinet and all of the trays that we cook stuff on. And all of the spoons we use serving the salads and all of the other stuff and all the other bowls you use to hold stock, but like loose stock, like mixed meat pieces and shredded chicken and other bits and pieces. All of those need to be like cleaned to a hygienic standard, and with I'm getting headache just thinking about that. Or maybe fluffy belly. Okay, I'm gonna go in a deli because I can. It'll be funny, and if I don't have a face, you know why. Okay, catch you later. Bye.